everyone, welcome. I've made a little retreat and hideaway for the day because it's Sunday. I'm looking for a little peace and quiet, and I've got a Witch on the Go kit that I want to show you. So come on in the tent. Hi, I don't know whether Chris can turn the camera down a little bit so you can see this, but I put this little kit together for just this purpose, a chance for us to rest and retreat and find a little peace and quiet doing some magic work of our own. And this tent that he put up is absolutely fabulous for this. Keeps the bugs out, keeps me cool. And we're just going to put the camera in the tripod and I'm going to unpack this and show you what's in my Witch on the Go box. Okay? We'll be right back. Okay, now I hope that the camera will do us justice here for everything I've put together. And this is just a nice size throw that I can take and put underneath what I want to use as sort of my sacred area. Now, there's not going to be any editing here. There's no stops and takes. It's roll, baby, roll, right? Okay, so that's what I was thinking to take out. And I could always put a smaller cloth in the middle if I wanted to, if my cards are not going to show up. And then we go back to what's in the box. And I like the fact that the cloth holds everything in place for me. And you know, you can't take a whole lot. This thing only weighs maybe 4 pounds. But I'm hoping it's everything that I need to do. It's only cardboard. I'm going to have to glue this a little bit, I can see, because it's been in the sun for a few moments. But I liked it. I've had it for a while and I want to use it. So what's in here? Well, if I'm going to be doing some readings, I want to be able to record some of my findings as I do my layouts and tune to nature. But let's get into a little bit more. Now, this one holds my candles, a lighter, and some incense with a pencil. This can be a little bit of an altar. Hubby made this for me from a piece of wood. Guess I could leave that there so it doesn't look so blank and empty. And then I've got some mugwort in here. And I want to carry this for clarity and protection and maybe to cast a little bit of a circle. And I thought this was kind of fun, an idea. I found this little glass bauble and I've made it into a pendulum. And it has a little mushroom in the center of it. So that was kind of fun. And this is just a little ribbon that I've been able to attach to it. And I can use that as a pendulum. I could locate the 4 directions before I put down what I'm about to show you. So that was nifty. Now this is what I thought I would mark the 4 directions with. Just 4 shells. And we can do that after. But I thought that's light, that's easy. No, it's not our 4 elements, but I'm a water sign and I wanted to bring in more nature. So that was easy to transport in here. You know, feel free to copy this, make it your own, and then show me what you've done. But make it lightweight, make it easy, make it simple. Okay. This is my salt. So if I want to mark the circle, this is pink salt. And this is what you get from a florist sometimes with a bud in it. I just attach the broom to make it a little bit witchier. These things do have a hole in the top. So what I did, because you put your flower through the hole and it sits in water, so what I did was just put a little cotton batten on top to keep the salt from pouring out. And, whoops, hit camera. Ah! Then, take hat off. I won't hit camera so much. This I can carry around some crystals. And there's one other thing in here. Because of the candle, I've got a little candle holder. So that's kind of neat. But again, I won't be lighting the candles today because we're on a fire ban right now. So that is something I needed. And in here, I have crystals for each of the chakras plus 2 extra. One for grounding, one for reaching higher elements of energy. So that's easy to transport in here. And I can switch these crystals up if I want to. So I'm just going to put them aside because I want to have those out. And then I brought along, oh yeah, I like these black enamel chopsticks. So if I wanted a wand to cast the circle, so lightweight, good length, easy for me to use. Oh, and in here, I stuffed a little incense holder. So that keeps that safe in here. This is leather. If it should rain, it won't get too wet. And this is the new oracle that I made, the round one, that I did show on my station. So if you wanted to see that, this was a deck modification. And I've got all my cards here. So let's just pretend we're on a picnic together. And you're sitting across from me. And we're going to have a little fun. Okay, so I'm just going to push pause. All right, so for me, I'd probably want to cleanse the area first. If it wasn't a fire ban, I could do that with this. And I'll show you how nice the candle sits inside that little holder. So yes, this is my incense stick holder, and I just broke the incense in half. I would just want to either light it or have it on my make-believe altar. And these ones are fragile. They do break quite easily. But I don't need a lot of scent. So again, I would probably clear my area with the incense. And if I still wanted to have some burning, I might put that at the top. Hope that it's in frame. Yep. And that would be burning there. Now the little glass that I have holds the candles perfectly. So that is going to be probably set like so, with intentions being set as well. And when it's in this little playing card box, I can certainly keep it dry and safe, and that is wonderful. Again, if I wanted to mark out the northeast, west, south areas, I would be using my pendulum if I was in an area that I didn't know the directions, or you just do the best you possibly can. So that would be marked with, and this is all just a prototype, just to see how well I get along with it. So I know my north, for me, is thereabouts. Is that in the camera? No, it's not in the camera, Lori. Okay, let's shift you a little bit. So it's going to be something. And you want to pick, I guess, a piece of ground that's kind of level or have a little cardboard underneath. Okay, so we'll just mark our pretend 4 corners. And they're going to roll. Yeah, I'm on grass. So I'm going to tip this down a little bit more. There we go. So I might want to extend this. I need more room than that. So something like that. Maybe even put this off to the side. Give myself a lot of space here. Yeah, that works better for me. And then I think you could make an offering to the 4 elements with a little bit of mugwort. And you could even do a circle with it. Remember, don't ingest mugwort. And you know, that could be done with salt. Today I'll do both. Why not? Okay. So I just have to take off this little bit of cotton. I like the fact that this is a dispenser. And you could even use the little broom for sweeping away negative energies if you wanted to. So is this in the picture? Yeah. So I'm just going to put a little layer of salt all around here. And this makes a great travel size because that didn't take much salt at all. So push that little cotton batten back down in. Put the lid on snug as a bug. And we are ready. So what would I do next? Well, I didn't use my wand, but as I say, that is there. I could cast the circle even if I didn't bring the salt and the herbs. I could use that. So the candle would be lit. I could choose any one of these crystals that I want to use. And it doesn't have to be working with the chakras. It could just be some healing element like this blue lace agate that would be great for communication. And that could be placed anywhere you like. You are the witches. You decide what you want to do. But it's just having things easily transportable. And I thought, why not just pull a couple cards as we're here? So, gotta cast those out there. And you could even divine with that. Right there in the heart of the spread, of the throw, of the casting, is this beautiful, I think it's a carnelian. And it's got some quartz in it. So clarity and strength is what I need to be focusing on right now. Not so much communication or trying to bring in luck, because that's on the edge of the circle. Put that back there. I believe that's a sodalite there. This one is nice too. It's got some amethyst in it, some really, really deep stuff. So I'm not going to do a reading with the stones right now, but I could. That's all there. That's all for fun. Now, just going to take these out once again. Let's do a little shuffle. Don't want to take too much of your sun. Oh, one's popping already. So we'll put him in the heart of the matter, right at the top. Maybe we'll do a little pyramid. I must say it's nice being out, listening to the birds, the twill. I can hear the wind. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, that one wants to talk. Sometimes the birds can be a little annoying here as they repeat the song over and over, but it's nice to hear them. Now it's gone quiet. Well, that's an interesting layout. I've never done that one before. Let's tilt the camera that way. So this is all for fun, my witches and warlocks. Get outside and read our cards. So let's see what the first one was that fell. Well, I think that is very much like the goddess Diana, but there is a quiver and arrows in here. So again, that coincides with the blue lace agate on the edge there. Less communication, and I hope to do so. I've had a 7-day challenge for myself going here, and I have 2 more videos to do. Actually, one today and tomorrow, Monday, and then I can take a rest. But I wanted to give it a whirl, so I took that challenge up. That was my decision. So now it's time to do a little step back, some less communication, go inwards, maybe spend some time with my husband, But he was very gracious this morning in setting up this whole altar for me. So step back, less communication, and work on my other relationship, which is my husband. And this one came up upside down. So it's not time to be thinking about being in the limelight, is what the reading says. You need to pause and recenter. And this one here, it's interesting with the card there because there's the muse that is coaching this along. Maybe it's time to do some reading and get back to that peaceful learning approach where I can open up my books. This is a perfect spot to bring out a book and read, because right here in the center too is the eagle. So there's higher learning, higher insights to be found, and I'm justified in doing so at this time. She's not the justice card, but she sits like the justice card. And that to know that there is a divine connection, and I'm working towards that for the future. That's kind of nice. I'll push it up so you get to see a little bit more. I like how the cards sit on the cloth. I extremely like having this, this curtain so that I can be out in nature. A few ants have popped in, but not too many. So that is my Witch on the Go kit. And I can take some notes here because I did bring a pencil in here. And as much as I'd love to light the candle and the incense, oh, bug on head, and have a great time. Oops, still chasing a bug. At least I've had a few moments. I look forward to taking this on the road. It might be really nice after you do this to pick up the chakra stones and just lay down on Mother Earth and let all this sort of digest, because I've gone quite quickly here and it really does need a little bit of respect. The mugwort is for, as I say, clarity, psychic ability, but I find these cards that I created talk well. So I'm going to say I'd love to see some Witch on the Go kits. Make it fun, make it festive, give yourself enough room, and I'll catch you back here again on Craggy, and I'll say, blessed be. Take a little time for yourselves. Remember to breathe and listen.